What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos and my first Stock Watch Sunday segment. So if you are joining me for the first time, welcome to my channel. I have over 7,000 members and we are growing fast and I'm furious, and what I do is I primarily trade over-the-counter stocks. So you've heard of penny stocks before, and these are technically penny stocks, but most of these are actually sub-penny stocks. So these are stocks that fall well below a penny and can even be really tiny fractions of a penny, but we trade these in order to see major gains. Now, there's a lot of volatility, a lot of risk involved with trading over-the-counter stocks, but what I try to do is to try to bring some clarity to the chaotic world that we call the OTC. So as if you haven't picked up on that, Own the Chaos and the OTC, play on words thing, that's how I came up with the name for my channel, and I thought it was creative, as I am not even a creative person, so that's about the extent of my creativity as far as that's concerned. So welcome. So if you again are visiting for the first time, what I do normally when I go live and I do a live stream is that I go over the topic, so tonight will be just certain stocks that I see as far as like potential movers for the week. And if you have any questions on those, or maybe stocks that you might want me to kind of check out, we'll do that tonight. So go ahead and check out the chat here. As you can see right now, people joining in and tuning in. I hope you guys have been having a great weekend. And I'll go ahead and just welcome some people. Alan, what's going on, guys? Seth, Magic Mike in the house. Yeah, okay. I've seen you in the chat before. Are you serious? Not sure what's going on, guys. Can you see me now? I'm gonna... What's up, guys? Am I back full force? I do apologize. I don't know what's going on, but like it's crazy storming outside right now. I mean, I can actually show you, but it's crazy storming. I'm wondering if that's what the issue is. So it looks like I'm back. I can actually see my feed here. It looks like we're in the green right now. So if it gets to be too bad to the point to where I might have to just leave and come back, then I'll go ahead and do that. It looks like I got a lot of people can see me just fine now, so we'll go ahead and continue. But I'll go ahead and share. Cut that. I'm trying to. The feed's fine. It's just I don't know. Like I said, it's a really bad storm up here. So such is life in summertime, right? So okay. It looks like everybody can see me clearly. So I'll go ahead and share my screen here with you real quick. So for those of you who have not seen it yet, we have a new platform. It's called WeTrade HQ. If you're not familiar with WeTrade HQ, I encourage you to go there. It's WeTradeHQ.com. It's completely free to use. You guys can communicate with like-minded traders and individuals, and share ideas and share your thoughts on whatever it is that you want to do. So let's go ahead and I'll just go ahead and go back to the home screen. So when you go to WeTrade HQ, this will be what pops up for you. These are the most popular tickers that are being talked about and viewed for the day. These are courses that we provide for you, and here's my course right now. We're actually looking to get a couple more other courses. Now this will be the only paid service you have. There's guides too. The guides are free. If you, as an individual trader, wants to create a guide to share with the world, you certainly can do that. Submit it with us, and we'll review it and put it out for everybody. So, without further ado, the first one that I want to watch, that I'm watching this week, is LIBE. And I know that a lot of you guys might give me the old eye roll, but just hear me out here. I don't want to, have us miss out on a potential play if it's actually there. Now, LIBE was one that we played back in March. It had highs of 4 cents, and it really kind of took a dump after that because there was some, dilution that was going on with the debt, and there's a lot of note holders that they were just dealing with, and there was some share dumping. But it looks like at this point that has come to an end. But besides all that, the fundamental standpoint of it, I actually want to kind of show you the due diligence here, or the technical analysis side of it. So if you're, again, in WeTrade HQ, this is a trading view charts that you can use as you're chatting away, and you can confirm with other friends of what you're seeing. And what you see here is a bottom play here. This is at 0020. This is an all-time low for this stock. This stock has never been this low ever. And so we've already started to see a reversal here, and I don't care what LIBE has done in the past as far as like their acquisitions. I know that they've had some questionable ones. But the fact is that this is at an all-time low. So this could potentially be just a quicker play, or this could be a longer play. It just kind of depends. And what we can see here, what they have shared with us, this is Liberated Energy's Twitter page, that the debt is down almost to $8,200. And for those of you who have seen, when debt gets paid off within a particular stock, that's a really great catalyst. A huge catalyst for any stock within the OTC is when debt gets paid off, because it's not going to be diluting. It's not going to have this toxic dilution with the stock. It's going to, really going to bring in the volume. And again, it's just a catalyst that'll propel the stock forward or upward in this instance. And so with this being a bottom play, it could potentially be a nice little runner this week, and we'll just have to see. So again, this is stuff to watch for. I'm not in this currently. This is just something that I'm watching out for, but it's kind of hard to ignore this nice solid bottom play. As you guys know that I'm quite the bottom feeder. I like to try to find these bottom plays, and I might get into this a little bit later in the game. But as many of you know, LIBE has been a little wishy-washy with some of their PRs and stuff like that's come out. It's kind of been confusing. Their CEO likes to tweet a lot more so than Donald Trump, if you ask me. And so that turns a lot of people off, including myself. I don't want to see him tweeting every 5 minutes about whatever the heck's going on. So again, this is just going to be one to watch. It's a nice bottom play, if you ask me. Again, all-time low at 0020, and it could be a great reversal right at the time where debt is going to be paid off. So keep that one on your watch list, and we'll see how that turns out. So the next one is going to be PACV. PACV is a stock that we've been watching here for about a week or two now. They've had the Snowbar product that's been shared throughout 100 different stores all over the country, and they just acquired the company that actually puts those Snowbar products out. And they actually put out news last week about a dividend. And if you guys have been trading here for a while within the OTC, you guys know that oftentimes these dividend plays will run all the way up to the dividend date. And so what they're doing here is they're giving you 1 share for every 100 shares you have. So if you have 100 shares, you'll get 1 share. If you have 10,000 shares, you'll get 100 shares. So you basically get free shares from the company for every 100 shares you have. And this will happen on July 2nd. Now, oftentimes we'll see a run into that dividend dates, because people, who doesn't want free stuff? Who doesn't want free shares? So that's what's going to be happening with this. And I've shown you a lot of DD on this already, on why I think PACV could be a great play here, just based off of what they've been able to acquire through the Snowbar product. And now that they're going to be giving out a dividend here, I think we could see a nice little run into this week as well. So let's see here, PACV. I want to go into, I don't know why it was blurry there, so might have to check that out. Let's try that again. I wanted you guys, yeah, here we go. I'm not sure what happened there, but so there's some nice chatter here on PACV, some good DD. Here's the AK that was put out. There was some kind of board member that was here and back, and I think it caused a little bit of a drop in the price on Friday. Look, last week was a rough week for everybody. I myself was red on the week as well, pretty heavily, but we see this oftentimes, especially in the summertime. But in my opinion, PACV, I think, is due for a comeback, especially as the dividend date gets closer. I think we'll see that. And so let's see here. Bear with me one sec. The other one that I wanted to kind of go over with you guys is MCGI. Now, MCGI, I know, is one that we've been watching for a while, but it's being ignored at the moment. MCGI, if you're not familiar with this website, I apologize. Let me go back. This is OTC Markets, if you're not familiar with trading over-the-counter stocks. I kind of want to just review that with you. This is anytime you're looking to check out profile for any stock that's traded over the counter, OTC markets is going to be your best friend on finding out profiles and that sort of thing. So it's been hanging around right in a 0015. It's dipped around 0013. It had some highs in the last week or two of 0017. And so the thing is with MCGI is that they are looking to get current, and they have been submitting financials and disclosures here in order to get current. I need to reiterate to you guys, if you have forgotten, that the CEO of Jobs.com has taken this company over and has been submitting filings in order to get this company current. Now they are all the way up to 2017, of early 2017. So we're looking for them to finish up 2017 fiscal year and then start to work on this current year. And so the closer they get to getting current. And if you guys know or have seen a lot of my strategy, why I look at these plays, it's because when you see a company that gets reinstated, you're looking for them to get current, get all their filings current. And there's a reason they do all that, because there's usually some other catalyst that follows. It could be a merger, it could be whatever plans they have going on for that. Maybe they're paying off the existing debt, who knows. But there's always something that follows, typically, I'll say typically, as long as they're doing everything the right way. After a reinstatement on Nevada Secretary of State, you'll see a company get current, and then catalysts will follow. So this isn't a play, and I've told you guys this before, this isn't a play that's going to be some quick in and out type of thing. This is going to be a little bit longer of a play in my opinion, but I would, look for opportunities to add to this price point, because I don't think this is going away. Tim Arms is the CEO of Jobs.com. Obviously, he's got quite a reputation. He's done great things for Jobs.com. I don't think that this is just going to go by the wayside, in my opinion. So MCGI, LIBE, which I know a lot of you have a sore spot for, and PACV are going to be ones to watch out for, in my opinion, for the week. Now, as always, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of check out, check out the questions, see if anybody has any looming questions right now, and see if I can answer those for you guys. So bear with me real quick. Okay. Just looking at Seth, it said, literally just roll my eyes and saw my brain when you said LIBE, but if it runs, it runs. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's a bottom play. It's seen its all-time lows for the entire existence of the stock. So just that alone could potentially mean that we will see some sort of reversal. And oftentimes you'll see that reversal happen on a nice little catalyst. And if they're paying off debt, if that's actually happening, and look, let's be honest, everything that CEO said was going to happen has happened. He's never gone back on anything. So there is that going on for him and the stock. It's just, yeah, he gets to be a little loud on Twitter and whatever else, which gets annoying. So I'm not saying that by any means this could be a stock that's going to make you rich overnight. It's just a nice little bottom reversal play that I think has the potential to run if the announcement comes that the debt will be paid off. So just just putting that out there. Again, it's not something, in the summertime it's difficult to find all these runners because there's very low volume during the summer. So this could be just as simple as a momentum play, specifically because it's reached that all-time low. So that's why I saw value in it, and some other people within our group have seen value, to potentially play this from where it's at this point in time. So I understand your sentiment. Trust me, I am by no means saying to buy this stock. It's just going to have to be one that we watch and see what happens, and maybe find a potential entry if that catalyst arrives. So my PACV average cost is 4 cents. Yeah, that sucks. But I think that we're not done seeing PACV. I think this is just a really big pullback, but I think it's going to come back, in my opinion. BLDV, any thoughts on waiting merger with Can 10? I'm not sure I understand the question. So I'll look up BLDV for you, but I'm not sure on a merger. I'll check that out. We'll go over that. Don't forget BYOC. Yes, so I will go over BYOC. Let me go ahead and do that actually. So I will share my screen with you again here. Bear with me. So BYOC had a Form 10 come out. And if you guys don't know what a Form 10 is, you have to have 10. Here, this is I Like BB Stock. So he's one of our favorite members within We Trade HQ. And it's just a great asset to have within the community and provides all kinds of knowledge and wisdom on trading over-the-counter stocks. And so he's been in BYOC sub-penny, and it started to see some really great buys, almost at 11-cent highs on Friday. And so BYOC, you have to have 10 million in assets to file a Form 10. So obviously that's big news, especially within the OTC. He even provided a link here for people to use. So SEC Form 1012G is the formal, form for it, is the formal term for it, I should say. It's required when publicly traded corporation wishes to register a class of securities pursuant to Section 12G. Company must file the 12G if it has an excess of $10 million. So that's it. So we weren't exactly clear on the amount of money that they actually have, but in order to file that, they have to have 10 million in assets or more. So obviously that's a big deal for BYOC. This has been a long play for a lot of people since late fall of 2017, and it looks like they're still making great moves to continue to drive their price per share higher. So that is one stock, unfortunately, that I did not get into when I would have liked to, but certainly been nice to see everybody winning on that particular one. So great job for those of you who are in it. I don't ever try to pretend like anything that I get into is the best stock there is, or anything that you get into is the worst stock there is. I just like to celebrate everybody's success, no matter what it is that you end up seeing value in. So nice job for those of you in BYOC. Let's see, CMGO. So we'll go ahead and look at that. CMGO, I'll pull that up for you. CMGO, I know this is one that we've been following for a while, guys, and maybe some of you got in a little bit high. This was just a test comment here for those of you who are looking at this right now. But no actual news on this just yet. But I will say, the settlement, we haven't seen, nothing's changed on this. When I went over CMGO with you guys before, we knew the settlement was happening. They are suing another company for basically stealing companies from them, or their business from them. It's a really big deal. The judge seems to be 100% in the favor of CMGO, and they're basically just still in settlement talks. They have until July 30th to come to some sort of agreement. I think, in my opinion, they will come to an agreement or a settlement before that happens, because the reason why I think that's going to happen is because the defendants' assets have been completely frozen, and they will be frozen until they come to some sort of agreement. That usually helps speed things up, and as you guys know, court cases, they take forever. Nothing's quick with this sort of thing. But the fact that the judge wanted to move the settlement date up back in May, and he did that and went through. Right now they are in what's called a stay. So they're basically just in talks right now on how to come to terms with a settlement. That's how these things roll out. Nothing happens overnight when you're in a large court case such as this. The potential winnings, could be an upwards of 200 million plus. That's a big deal. That means that something like that's just not going to happen overnight. So if you're in it and you don't want to stick around and be patient with it, that's completely up to you. Whatever your risk tolerance is. If you don't see the value in hanging in it any longer, then get out. I'm not here to tell you that you should stay or you should go. to whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever your risk tolerance is. So that's just why I see value and why I personally am staying in that particular stock. Simply because we don't know anything yet. And that's why people are selling, because a lot of people are just afraid of the unknown and they don't want to stick around any longer. But for me personally, I still see the value. Nothing's changed as far as news is concerned with this particular stock. There's still negotiations, and I'm just going to stick around until that happens. So that's just me personally. So that's CMGO. Okay, the next one. GMOS had some signs of life. Yeah, GMOS sort of, I mean, had some nice buys, but not much volume. So we're still just waiting to see what's going on since that custodianship was taken a hold of. What do you think of BioAQ? So Bridget was asking about BIOAQ. So let's see, I'll bring that up. I don't know if anybody's actually gone over that in our new platform. So keep in mind, guys, WeTrade HQ has just recently gone live within the week. So it's only been live since Thursday at midnight. So there might not be a whole lot. But it looks like, look, Thomas Hadfield's here. He looks like he's making this play. In my opinion, I like to stay away from Q stocks. The Q at the end of this means that it was a bankrupt stock. And I personally like to stay away from those. It's not something that I like to mess around with, just because, yes, you can make money on these for sure. But oftentimes and historically, when it comes to Q stocks, in my opinion, Q stocks resemble pump and dumps. And they're not, I won't say that they are pump and dumps, but all of a sudden, once everybody's done with buying the crap out of a Q stock, after maybe they've settled their bankruptcy or whatever, it usually ends up come crashing down. And we've actually saw that towards the end of the week of BioAQ. For those of you who are in that, I personally just don't feel comfortable sticking around in a Q stock. If that's your game, if you can find success in trading those things, fine, by all means. But in my opinion, I've never had success trading Q stocks. I've always been burned by them 100% of the time. And so I just choose to stay away from them. Anything that's bankrupt always just kind of smells bad, in my opinion. But, again, I think we've already started to see the downtrend in BioAQ. And I don't see how we could see any continuation upwards on that particular stock. So let's see. Next one. Someone said working through the program. Yes, so great. I appreciate you checking it out. So for those of you who might not be familiar with it, I do offer a course on WeTrade HQ. It's an OTC or penny stock mastery course. I don't want to plug it too long, but we've had some folks buy into that and really love what I've been able to provide for you guys so far. I know a lot of you guys have requested that I create a course, and it's finally out for you to purchase. We actually extended the sale date, and it wasn't because we were trying to do any kind of gimmick, and I wasn't going to promote that widespread, but we had to do it because we had a little bit of a bug within the counter. So it was counting down to midnight last night. That was when the sale was supposed to end. But some folks saw that it was still listed for $229 after midnight. For whatever reason, it didn't switch. And so to be fair for everybody, we still wanted to extend that to everyone else. So it will absolutely, the sale will end tonight at midnight. So if you haven't gotten a chance to take advantage of the sale for our launch sale on the course and on the website, it's going to be there for you at WeTradeHQ.com. The links will be in the description for you to check that out as well. All right. So I see a ton of tickers here. Now, I don't want to go over too much because there's so many of them. But let's see here. Just going over any actual questions. All right, so I'll go over one more. So FRFS. So FRFS has been one that we've actually been watching for a while as well. You guys know as well as I do that this has been a reverse merger play since late fall of 2017. It's gone from a 000 stock and all the way, and has had highs of, I believe, 17 cents or something around those, around that price point. Yeah, it was close. We saw 13 there. Let's scroll out. Okay, so it was 13. I thought it saw highs of 16. Maybe I'm thinking something else. So around 14 cents is the high. So anyway, either way, I mean, it's a giant step. So this is still listed as Firefish, but as I showed you guys before, if you go and look at FRFS on OTC markets and you look at their disclosures that they put out, the most recent financial disclosure that they had put out, this 10Q, you can see that it's listed as GIFA Holdings. Now, they haven't officially come out and announced a reverse merger, but it looks like that's actually going to be happening. So whenever that comes out, obviously that will be a big deal and a major catalyst, in my opinion, that could potentially send this stock you know, for a nice little run. You know, it's not something that I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen, which is why I didn't say this is one to watch for this week. Maybe it does. Maybe that news will come out this week. Who knows? But I think that the fact that that most recent 10Q was listed as GIFA Holdings is a pretty telling sign that this is no longer going to be Firefish anymore, and very soon, I think, in my opinion, all that's going to be transferred over. So, all right, guys. So, for those of you who have visited me for the first time, I hope you saw some value within this video. This is my first, you know, Sunday Stock Watch Sunday. You know, and so I just wanted to thank you for joining me tonight. And if you would be so kind as to push that like button if you enjoyed the content that I provided for you today, and if you want to continue to see videos just like this, please subscribe, and you will get notified every time I go live, as long as you push that little alarm bell on my channel. So for the rest of you, I will see you all, as always, before the bell. Please make sure to check out WeTrade HQ. And again, the sale for the course is going to be ending tonight at midnight. So take advantage of that, and I will see you all before the bell on Monday. As always, guys, B. Smith is out, and have a good night.